So errorless learning is the first thing that you're doing when you are starting to teach any new skill. You utilize errorless learning. You present a trial in a way that minimizes the amount of errors that the students can make, and you're using prompting to do that. Because if you understand about the brain, especially in early intervention, up until about the age 10, 12, we have plasticity of the brain. And we literally physically change the brain through our early intervention because there are these neurons that we have that don't have pathways yet. And what we're doing with our teaching is we're literally physically creating the neuron paths with the electrical impulses that we are making fire with our instructions. So if you think about it, when you're teaching a new skill, you want to create a neuron path for that correct response. If you don't, the neuron path for the incorrect response will form. And now that neuron has two pathways that go off of it. And whichever one is used more frequently becomes the habit. When the electrical impulse comes along, it will just naturally go to that one. So if you are teaching in the beginning, errorlessly, making sure that they get the correct response in the beginning, you've created that correct response neuron path. And then the next time, when now you are starting to fade that prompting, it will just naturally want to go on that path. They're less likely to make a mistake if you have, in the beginning, made sure that they were correct. A lot of people say, oh, but all you're doing is prompting him. You're reinforcing him after you prompted him. Yes, but I'm teaching. He doesn't have the skill yet. It's different when he's already got a skill and now he's making mistakes and what I do then. But when a child does not have a skill and you initially teach it, you have to teach. You can't just expect them to know it. You have to create that neuron and that neuron path in their brain. So this is one of the reasons, this is where my medical aspect comes in. I get so excited about early intervention because it's like, I'm physically changing that brain. It's different today than it was yesterday because of the work we did. And sometimes that can be kind of daunting and scary. But it really helps you feel like what you're doing is important.
So you're saying when we are going to teach something, we start with something in that same area that we know that they can do, and do that for a while before we introduce.
So what you're thinking is, okay, we're going to start teaching colors. They don't know their colors yet. So when we choose, okay, the first color we're going to choose is red. So when we first start teaching red, and the way that we start teaching red is that we are prompting them to get red correct. So we don't make the instruction without prompting them to get it correct because we are ensuring that they're not going to make a mistake.